Folks, this is Ray Herron. He's the master distributor, you brand new people. He earned the right for that. He's got 40 years. He's always gone to the top. He does it with hard, sheer work, dedication, and a heart of servitude to each and every single one of you. So I'm gonna stop sharing and turn this over. I think I got one more slide for you. I already stopped. Did I stop sharing? I did.
Yep.
Okay. I missed out. I was going to show you. You know, Ray's not just.
Take your time. If you got something to show it, brother.
He's 100K Premio. You see, the first month that we had our baseline pay, Ray didn't just do 20,000, 100K Premio. If Ray can do it, you can do it. Go ahead, Ray.
Hey, thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate you, brother. You just pour your heart into these presentations. They're more like a conversation, I think, than a presentation. And we all appreciate you so much. And everybody, I just encourage you, like I do every week, hey, get a guest. We can all get one to join the Zoom this week, next week. Let's do that. And I want to publicly say, Malcolm, that's quite a testimony. You know, I'm so happy that Lucille is sleeping with you again. That's good. Well, folks, look, we're all in the middle of our 90-day run here, right? We haven't been in business for 90 days, but you know the story, and I'll not to bore you, but 40 years ago, I was taught by the man himself, Mr. Jim Rohn, find the right company, right time, work 90 days like your life depended on it. I was dead broke, 3 kids, one on the way, behind in all my bills, and I just took his advice and I went for it in my new network marketing venture. It was the right choice for me, the right company at the time, and worked 90 days as hard as I could. And Bob Proctor taught me to write on a little card and read it every day what you really want. And, you know, it's probably a pretty selfish thing to just write down an amount of money, but that's what I needed more than anything else in life, Malcolm, at that time. Behind in all your bills, everybody understands that one. So I wrote on my card I'd be earning $5,000 a month in my 3rd month in the industry. Now that's a pretty lofty goal for a kid, you know, quit school in the 10th grade, left home because of, you know, just got tired of being poor. Wanted my life to change. I left Oklahoma, moved into Texas, and probably fumbled around for a good third of my life before I found this industry. And to write on a card in an industry you don't know anything about, and to say that you're going to be earning $5,000 a month in your 3rd month is pretty crazy goal looking back, but that's what it was. Never ever forgot. At the end of 90 days, I was earning my 3rd month royalty override check was $5,310 and some change. Funny, I don't remember the change, but I do remember the 5,310. And that was more money than all my friends were making around that I knew that had high paying jobs at the time. And it instilled in me, Jim Rohn was really right. Find the right company at the right time and work like crazy for 90 days, you know? I mean, I'd encourage you to work longer than that, but do it for 90 days, you know? The best you can. Just go for it. And I'll give you some basic, simple things that you can do to grow your business. And that's what I did. And I never ever looked back. I've been with a few companies in my 40 years. None of them as good as the past company working with this ownership team like Zango, but some pretty lofty success with other companies as well. But I always applied that formula that the man himself taught me 40 years ago, find the right company at the right time. I rarely ever joined a company that I didn't feel like it was the right company at the right time, and worked crazy for 90 days. And it absolutely, as Jim Rohn would say, the same wind blows on us all. You got to learn to set the sail. So for me, setting the sail was just doing exactly what he taught me 40 years ago, you know, and he taught me how to think. You know, he said, our thought life determines really how our life works out. So stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let people steal your dream. Internalize your why you want to do this. For me, it was simple. 40 years ago, it was very simple. I just didn't want my family, especially my children, to grow up repeating the life that I had growing up, because it was pretty miserable, to be honest with you. So I wanted them to feel like they were just as good as the rest of the kids in the world. And so that was my why, and it was a very strong why. So I worked real hard. So I want to encourage you, You're in your 90-day run. You can start your 90-day run tomorrow, but simply saying that we're not even 3 months old as a company. So it's the time to give it our absolute best. I don't know whether Confucius actually said this, but I've heard this many times. And while I think it's a little bit funny, there's a lot of truth in it. He said, a man, we could say a woman, a person that aims at nothing is sure to hit it, you know? And I probably spent a third of my life not aiming, just determining that you want to have a better life is not quite enough. You got to have a plan. So I'll tell you, I think the OLIABO plan is probably the very best one. And I can tell you, because I've lived it myself, whether you think this is available to you or whether you can do this or not, trust me, you can if you get your thinking right, if you just think properly. I've got so many instances in my life that I could talk about my thought process. Jim Rohn also taught me, he said, look, the reason people don't give it their best with anything in life is a little thing called procrastination. He said, we're all afflicted. We're never going to completely overcome procrastination. But he was so good at giving you little things to think about. He said, here's the key. Early every morning, you drive procrastination in one small corner of the house. That way you get to live in the rest of it. Boy, that had an impact on me because, if I don't watch myself today, I'll still procrastinate. But I never forget what he taught me. So I attempt every morning of my life to put procrastination in the corner. I get to live in the rest of the house, and I've got my 90-day plan. I kind of keep a 90-day plan up here. I want to share something with you tonight. Malcolm, I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days. Since Confucius say, man who aims at nothing is sure to hit it, I've got a personal goal. All of you can be part of my personal goal. And if you accept the challenge, it will grow your business. I know it will. It'll grow your business big time. My challenge is this. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility at all. And I have a goal. My personal goal here is to add 1,000 new affiliates, 1,000, beginning tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? And tomorrow, I think, is the 19th. So not starting. Most goals, you think about starting in the first of the month. And let's start tomorrow. And the 19th of next month, let's see if we hit our goal. I'll let you be part of my goal. And I promise you that I know that this is doable. And I would just challenge the people on this call here tonight. If you simply doubled the amount of people in your business between tomorrow and the 19th of next month, we'll all hit this goal without a doubt. If you'll just double it. Some of you, that's pretty easy. I'm not picking on you. You just brought one on board. That's great. Congratulations. Just double it. Take it to 2. Do a little better than that. You can do better than that. Some of you, it might be a little bit of a challenge. You got 300-400 people in your business. You can double it. I've done this so many times, this particular goal with my organizations in the past, and it's pretty incredible. It gets to be a fun thing, a challenging thing that says, can I double my business? You can double your business. If you double your business, you've doubled your income. Maybe you didn't make $50 last month, but 100 is better than 50. Hey, maybe you made 2,000. 4,000 is a lot better, right? So just accept my challenge. Double your business over the next 30 days, beginning tomorrow. Let's just see if this all works. I think you'll be impressed with it. Can I tell you how the mind works without bragging? I'm not a braggadocious guy. That's just not me. It's not my style. And I'm going to tell you this story just to tell you how powerful the mind is. Okay. And look, I could take you back throughout my career and tell you about how I've worked on this mind. You got to imagine, I grew up in a house with a dirt floor, really poor. My mom and dad fighting 24 hours a day. I know why. Wasn't enough money to take care of 6 kids. That's what it was all about. And so I just didn't want to live that life. And so I read all these books like Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And I could go on and on with all these books. You've heard me mention them before. It's because I realized everything I've owned since I started 40 years ago, including 4 different places in the world and stuff. Not bragging, please understand, I'm not. I'm just kind of telling you how this thing works. I mean, I don't try to profess to understand exactly how the mind works. I just know it does work. It follows your thought pattern. If you think you can't do this, you're probably right. If you think you can, I know that you're right because you can. If your thinking is proper, I promise you, you'll put more activity into your business. Activity is the very thing that's going to double your business, double your income, triple it. Many of you heard me on maybe a couple of Zooms ago, corporate Zoom. I was describing OLIABO, how I view this opportunity, OLIABO. I said it's like a Maserati that you pulled up beside at a red light somewhere. It's got a sound like no other. I'm a car guy and I always have been. I don't apologize for it. I love cars. I see Mike McCarthy on here. He's a car guy as well. And Malcolm's not a car guy. He could care less about cars. But I'm describing this Italian Maserati. I kind of wanted one of those for a while. I described a particular Maserati, a 523 horsepower twin turbo V8 Ferrari made engine that was a rocket. And you can hear that sound of that car. And anybody that's ever heard one, you know exactly what I'm saying. I kind of describe it as a 523 horsepower twin turbo rocket, disguised as a 4-door luxury car. My mind has been on that car for a little while. It's an Italian car, and I thought, why not? That very car that I described is sitting in my garage tonight. Not not saying that to brag. Please understand. It's just like I said, it's not my style at all, but I want to tell you just how this thing works. Every home I've bought in all the last 40 years and everything, they were all in here before I was ever in there, if that makes sense to anybody. I don't want to be, I know this is far out there. It was far out there for me 40 years ago, far out there for me. Each book I read, though, added a little bit more credibility than the one I read before. And I realized the world is our oyster if we just change our thinking. Life can be very defeating. Our friends can destroy our motivation, make us think we're not capable of doing what we are capable of doing. So you get your thinking right. I promise you, I'm going to celebrate success with you, and I hope to celebrate it with you in Italy this next fall. What do I think the requirements are? They've touched on the requirements. They'll give you the full requirements on Tuesday's Zoom, but I think it's going to be just be premio for a quarter, and I think you're there. And if the requirements are not that tough, you'll be way past the requirements, and you're going to be there. So just build your business like you plan on being there. Write it down on a card. I encourage you to write down on a card, double my affiliates in my business in the next 30 days beginning tomorrow. At least double it. For some of you, it'll be quite easy. For some of you, it'll be a little challenge. But guess what? That's where success is. Success is always located upstream from us. You feel sometimes like swimming against the current, but that's where success is. And it all begins with how we think, I don't want you to misunderstand my story here tonight. I'm not bragging about having a Maserati. It's no big deal. I've had nicer cars in my life, but it's kind of one that's been on my dream board. And it's an Italian car. And here we are in OLIABO. And I thought, well, why not? Why not? Right? So stand guard at the door of your mind. Think about what you really want out of your OLIABO business. Write it down, read it often, and just go for it. Just go for it. We're here. We throw a lifeline down to you. We're here to help you in any way that we can. And just to cover this one more time quickly, and I'm sorry, I know we're run over here. Think about it like this. It is a business. Treat it like a business. Don't leave any money on the table at all, which simply means that you're on a monthly qualifying volume order during the month of 200 qualifying volume points. I think Two Primas fits that perfectly. I love my wife. I love this company. I love these products. I personally think, this is not a claim, I personally think, based on the science that I've read, hey, I'm going to live a little bit longer. You know, maybe 9 to 10% longer if you look at the science. Not taking OLIABO, but the what we get out of the ingredients from the olive. So you study it and you look at it, and you know, I want to be on a month supply every month of Prima. I want my wife to be on it. So it's an easy decision for me. You could look today, my monthly qualifying order is 2 Primas. Now I order olive oil, I order flex, you know what I'm saying, as I need them. But my monthly qualifying order qualifies me to be paid everything this compensation plan offers. So it's a business for me, it's a business for you. You get started right there. Because the people you bring in this business, I promise you, they're going to say, Malcolm, what'd you do? Malcolm will say, well, look, I'm on 2 Primas. It makes sense. That's our foundational product. They'll come in most of the time. There'll be rare exceptions. They'll come in just like Malcolm came in, and they will come in just like you've come in. So I encourage you, establish your monthly qualifying volume, 200 points. My suggestion is 2 Primas, order the rest of the products as you need them. Teach 3 people this business concept. It's a business. And I asked you to budget for it. It's a lot cheaper than a car payment. Cost you about, you know, you're never going to spend that if you'll listen to me. You'll be making more money than you're spending really quickly. So just budget for it. But if you started out today and it cost you a couple $100 a month, what times 12? That's 2,400. Well, that's a budget of what? Well, the budget's a couple hundred a month, right? So that's where you are. Budget for it, go for it. Keep good tax records. Most everything you do in this business is, you know, get a good accountant. I'm not an accountant. Get a good accountant. It's all a tax deduction. It's a business. You know, I think one of the reasons people are not more successful in our industry is it costs so little to be involved. You can't get in business in the United States of America for $200 a month. I mean, that shows the promise that something like an OLIABO will do. It'll set you free financially. I promise you. So go for it and make that list. Please make the list 25 to 50 people long, people that believe in you, people that like you, people that trust you. Call them up. This is the way I do it. Whatever you're comfortable doing, you do it your way. I'll call up Malcolm and I'll say, he's on my list that I made. And I'll call him. I won't text him. I'll get him on the phone. I'll say, Malcolm, is our relationship good enough that you would watch a 7 minute, and I emphasize 11-second video? 7 minutes, 11 seconds. I know what the answer is. If I made my list out properly, Malcolm's going to say, sure, Ray. What is it? He'll say that next. I'll say, well, Malcolm, I want you to watch it. You know, the only thing I want to know is, was our relationship good enough that you would? You said that you would. So it'll give you an idea of what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that you might have some interest. You might not, and that's okay too. But I didn't want to take the chance that you could have some interest, and I didn't make the phone call. So thank you. I'm going to send it over to you. And if you don't mind, I'm going to call you up and ask you what you think. You know what I mean? There's a good chance because of our relationship. You see, I start with the company video, that little 7 minute, 11-second one that Gordon does. Here's what I know. I always say it's company product compensation plan, right? Well, I got to tell you what, if the company is not the right company, it doesn't matter how great the product is, it's going away. It's not going to be here if the company fails. The most important thing to somebody, I think, is, well, who is this company that Ray has joined? Well, I think Gordon does a great job in 7 minutes and 11 seconds to give you the heart of this thing and the experience that he has in this industry. It's kind of a touching little video, actually. If you hadn't watched it, I encourage you to do that.
Where,
So,
Ray,
yes.
where do you're going to say, what video? Where do I get that? Well, when you open your back office, you go to
Yeah.
resources. In resources, scroll down to video library. And as soon as you click on that, it's the first one at the top right. I think it has Ash. It's the one I just played you at the start of this Zoom. It has Ashley's face on it. So go to your back office, go in resources, video library. You got to scroll down the list, video library, first one at the top right. Copy.
Yeah. Thank you, Malcolm, and thank you, Simone. Simone just put it in the chat. You can get right to that video. But I want people to see the company. I want them to see the heart of Gordon Morton. That's what I'm wanting, and I have great success with it. I mean, I really do. It's just a conversation starter, and So when you have three people that decide they want you, and you describe to them this business, right? It's you're looking for three and me. That's the name of the comp plan, me and three. You're looking for three people. If they all do what you did, my strong suggestion, two Primas, $200 of qualifying volume per month. You get three, everybody gets three, and everybody does two. Everybody gets three, everybody does two. There, you've removed all the questions. This is what we do. This is our duplicating model. We get everybody gets three who does two. And you show them the progression of 3, 9, 27, 81, 243. You know the rest of it, 729. That's about 200 people doing a, I mean, if you add all that up, that is more than $200,000 in volume in your business taking place below you, just within 6 levels. We pay 8, but just within 6. That's more than $200,000 in volume going through your business every month. It will pay you in excess of over $10,000 a month, extra 120,000 a year. I think that gets everybody's attention. I mean, that fits right. That fits everything I'm looking for. I got a great product. It's a shortcut to, it's a natural shortcut to better health. It helps people make more money. If I get real good at engaging people in this duplicating model, let them see how it works as a business, I promise you, you're going to be successful, but stand guard at the door of your mind. Maybe it's not a Maserati that you want. Probably isn't. It's no big deal, that car. I just wanted to tell you how at least my mind works and how to get control of your own mind, because believe me, there's lots of things out there that's assaulting our mind 24/7. Turn on the news, that'll start it. Bad stuff going on in the world. I'm sorry, I wish it were better. I can't control that, but I can control this. If I control this, I'm going to get the dreams and the desires of my heart. And the dreams and the desires of my heart here tonight is that each and every one of you gets to tell your success story with OLIABO. So, Malcolm, that's about it. I've rattled on long enough. I always do. I appreciate you, everybody. And please
Call it
understand,
rattling along. I
nothing
wouldn't call it
bragging.
rattling. I wouldn't call
Nothing
it
bra-
rattling along. Ray just gave you a recipe to get your product for free. I hate to say that word, but you can. Go out there, 2 orders per person, 3 people. You just got yourself $150 in Sprint money. That's 3/4 of your product going. And if they, 3 who get 3, guess what? You got your product for free and $140 odd left over to pay your bills. So how about 3 and have one of them get it, and you already got your product? That would be your first goal, would it not? Shoot to get your product paid for. Ray has always talked about his product's always been free. That's a key. That's a goal. So watch for the replay of this. Ray mentioned Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, after Eastern time in the afternoon. 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
2 p.m. Utah Mountain Time. So for us guys over here and Julia in Singapore, it's early in the morning. That's okay. And there's some great announcements coming out Wednesday night.
Yep.
This Zoom again with a little different format. Thursday, Curtis does an incredible training on the pay plan, walking you through it, how good it is, how easy it is. If you haven't seen that clip about the global bonus pool and us, instead of being in competition, we're raising the bar. Go watch that clip. It's a really good motivator to get you moving forward. And thanks for taking your time Sunday night. Good turnout. Let's double that. Just this team. I know there's some other teams on this call. Just this team. If we doubled it, Ray would double his double. Figure that one out. What I just said. If this team doubled our numbers, Ray would double his double. There you go. All right, you guys. Thank you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.